Thanks, John. Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us. My name is Wendy Leedy, and I'm ARIN's Member Engagement Coordinator. Over the next several minutes, I'm going to briefly walk you through how to vote in this year's ARIN elections. But before I begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge ARIN's members and to thank each one of you for your ongoing support and involvement within ARIN, especially during election season. I would also like to thank our volunteers, especially those who served on this year's nomination committee. Now, let's talk about ARIN's elections. Each October, eligible general members in good standing have the opportunity to vote in ARIN elections. Beginning today at 3 p.m., so I guess a little over an hour, ARIN's elections will open to all eligible ARIN member organizations' designated voting contacts, who on behalf of their organization will cast an online ballot to elect representatives to ARIN's Board of Trustees, Advisory Council, and a representative to the NRO Number Council. Now I'm going to highlight key voting details. To be eligible to participate in this year's elections, an organization must be a general member in good standing. This includes no outstanding invoices as of the voter eligibility deadline of August the 20th. An organization must also have designated a voting contact with an ARIN online account by this date as well, too. This year, 4,730 ARIN member organizations will have the opportunity to elect 2 members to ARIN's Board of Trustees, 5 members to ARIN's Advisory Council, and 1 representative to the NRO Number Council. As I mentioned already, voting will open at 3 p.m. today and will remain open until 6 p.m. Eastern Time next Friday, October the 12th. Voting is conducted online, so you may cast your ballot within minutes from the comfort of your home or office using your computer or mobile device. As you see the steps necessary for casting your organization's ballot, in this year's elections, they are quick and easy. Momentarily, I'm going to walk you through what you should see when you log on to ARIN Online, and why voting is essential, and it's an extremely important responsibility that each of our ARIN member organizations have. It helps to guide the future of ARIN, your community, and the internet itself. Before I walk you through the process, I want to quickly highlight ARIN's election process and the time frame in which we prepare to and for launching our elections. This year's nominations opened in July and were open from July 1st through the 31st. In August, we had our voter eligibility deadline that was set at August the 20th, and on September the 3rd, the initial candidate slate was announced and the petition process opened. The petition process closed on September the 9th, and this year we had no petitioners. Therefore, the final slate of candidates was announced on September the 12th. In September, statements of support also opened and will remain open until the close of the election process, which will again be next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, October the 12th. If you're interested, you may still submit a statement of support by visiting the ARIN Elections headquarters homepage. Which brings us to this month, October. It's time to vote, almost. Voting will open again at 3, so in a little over an hour. With this slide, we're now going to review, or I'm going to review, and show you what it looks like when you go to vote. To vote, you simply want to visit ARIN.net, and from ARIN's homepage, you will see the login information for ARIN Online. Once you've logged into ARIN Online, you want to click the Vote Now link that will appear at the top of your dashboard. Then you'll want to go ahead and click the I agree to the transparency agreement that you will be taken to. It's really important to understand if you choose not to accept the transparency agreement, you will be ineligible to vote in this year's elections. So in order to vote, which I hope those of you who are designated voting contacts will choose to select the transparency agreement, and I agree. Next, you will be taken to the ballot where you can adjust your voter weight only if you are a designated voting contact for more than 1 member organization. For most of you, you will only have a vote weight of 1, so there is no change or action that you will need to take other than selecting your candidates and moving forward. If for any reason, though, you are the voting contact for multiple organizations, then you will have the option to change your vote weight. At the top of the ballot, you will see a place where you can adjust the vote weight. For vote weight options, for option 1, you can leave your vote weight. If you have more than one, you can leave your vote weight at the number that it is automatically set to, which represents the number of member organizations that you're eligible to vote for. Again, if it's more than one, you can change that. If you wish for the ballots to remain the same for the multiple organizations you're voting on behalf of, leave that number as is. If you wish to change some of the ballots that you are submitting, change it to the correct vote weight number at the top of the page, and then at that point, select your candidates, go through the submission process. It will then take you back to the page that I'm going to show you next, the ballot, and you will go through the process again. Every time you change the vote weight, you can change and reselect different candidates to cast that particular ballot. So this is what the ballot's going to look like for not only the Board of Trustees, but for the ARIN Advisory Council and the NRO Number Council as well, too. Again, adjust at the top of the page to reduce your vote weight if you have more than a vote weight of 1 and you wish to do so and change your ballots. There you want to make sure that you select your candidates, and then you want to use the Submit Vote button to cast your ballot. From here, what we introduced last year and what we will continue to move currently is you will be prompted by another form on your screen that will ask you to reconfirm that this is the ballot that you do indeed wish to cast. If you do, you want to select the Confirm button at the bottom of the page. If you have revisions that you noticed you accidentally didn't select somebody or you selected the wrong person, please use the Back to Make a Correction button, and it will take you back to your ballot so you can make that correction. Here, again, you will go through, you'll select your candidates, use your Submit Vote button, adjust your weight, and again, you will do this as many times as necessary based on your vote weight. Remember, you do want to complete these steps. We have essentially 3 elections, so you will have 1 ballot for the Advisory Council, 1 ballot for the Board of Trustees, and 1 for the NRO Number Council. Again, this is just a slide that shows you that the ballots look the same. The only thing that's different are the candidate names. At the very end, once you have submitted or you have selected the Confirm button, you will be given a vote confirmation page that will be emailed to you. That will be for your records, for you to be able to keep track of who it is that you selected in the elections that you participated in. Essentially, in the end, the biggest things that I want you to remember, other than please going out and casting your ballot, is review the ARIN Election 28 voter guide. For those who have been designated voter contacts, you would have received a voter guide, a physical voter guide in the mail in the past week. If you were interested, if you didn't receive one, if you would like to have a hard copy, I have some at the elections desk. Please stop by and see me. I encourage you, in addition to going through the voter guide and reading the responses to the questionnaires that each of the candidates completed and submitted, please take time to read the statements of support. That provides additional information from the community as well, too. You, again, can make statements of support now up until the end of elections, which is going to be that 6 p.m. deadline Eastern Time next Friday, October the 12th. And then the biggest thing is voting does open after we hear from the candidates, so please, if you are the designated voting contact, get out and vote. If you know who that representative is back home, please make sure that you remind them to get out and cast a ballot. We will be next week calling from our offices each voting contact on file as a friendly reminder to please get out and vote. Thank them for their involvement and support of ARIN. So if you are that person or you know who that person is, please let them know that a call will be coming. And then finally, the reminder is polls close sharply at 6 p.m. So again, voting only takes minutes. You can do it from the comfort of your office or home using your mobile device, your computer. If you do have any issues or questions or concerns, you're welcome to email us at members@arin.net. You may also submit an ARIN online ticket. Just make sure that you select meetings and elections, and we will get back to you as quick as we can. With that, thank you all for your participation. We look forward to seeing you virtually at the polls. And again, voting is a key responsibility. You helped to shape the future of ARIN, your community, and the internet, and we look forward to your participation. With that, I'm going to turn it back, and if anyone has any questions, I guess I could ask. No? Okay. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to John, who is going to introduce this year's candidates. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Wendy.